Well, good morning, everyone. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching LFR Live at the Michigan VNEA State Championships. All right, so match one here. I'm going to have to do some flipping and flopping for you guys. Looks like we got Tyson Greer and Ronnie Disick. This is a race to 5 in the Masters Division 9 ball. So Tyson Greer, I believe he's a pioneer vending player, playing out of, I believe, Jackson, Michigan. I'm not really sure which vendor Ronnie Disick is coming from, but Ronnie had a pretty decent finish in the Scotch doubles. I want to say they finished 7th, 8th, maybe even 5th, 6th in the Masters. Him and his partner, Brianna Johnson. So he had a couple cool shots he made in his matches on the stream yesterday. So him and I have been chatting back and forth via Messenger, trying to get him some clips of those cool shots. But he's got his hands full here with Tyson Greer. All right, so Tyson comes down under the 5, doesn't quite kick it out properly. He's got a bank in the left-hand side pocket if he'd like. Going to start off strong, it looks like. Cue ball comes around nicely. 3 rails for the 6. Maybe overrun it a tad, but this is a Valley bar table. He should be able to just pocket it and stay in the good side of the 7. Yeah, he overran it a little. Oh, boy. Tyson plays very, very fast. And so, because Tyson typically plays very, very fast, he is... well, I think sometimes maybe his body moves faster than his brain. All right, so Ronnie's going to come to the table in rack 1. With ball in hand on the 8 and the 9. Now, here's where I'm different than others. Some people will leave themselves an angle more towards the middle of the table, like he's got kind of where they got the cue ball, but like this. I actually prefer to leave myself close to the long rail and back cut this ball right here because of this. I do this a lot if I set up with that positional shot. So with ball in hand, you can set the cue ball wherever you like. Well, that was a really nice recovery. But that's exactly why I don't like playing that shot, especially in a Valley bar table where you are not necessarily out of line just because you're back cutting the ball, right? Back cutting the ball on a bar table is fantastic. I mean, it's not as tough at all as it is on a big track. So personally, I like setting up with the ball in hand close to that left long rail. Good morning, Sarah. Are you going to be here yet? When do you guys get here? What's going on? All right, so rack 1. Ronnie Disick makes a great back bank into the side pocket to take rack 1. We do also have a ladies masters match on the secondary table. If these guys get done quickly, we may pop over to that between Sharon Yoder and Chrissy Hominga. Wow, Tyson misses the whole ball, ends up kicking underneath it, giving up ball in hands. I'll tell you, this is when I really like, I mean, I love 9 ball. So, I know that I'm a Hall of Famer for 8 ball, but I really like 9 ball. Yes, Sarah, you should have played 9 ball. Hashtag, I regret for you also. Alright, here we go. Ball in hand. The 4 is a little tricky. Ronnie's going to have to figure that out. Looks like he's trying to come under it. I don't know that that's going to get him where he wants to go. A little point action, and he's set in a good position to play a pretty solid safety here. Right, so he went for the 9 ball, and he almost pockets the 4 in the side anyway. Which wouldn't have been a terrible thing. He's sitting pretty good on the 5. Alright, so Tyson makes a good hit. So 9 ball here. And I think, I don't know if you can push here any longer. I actually need to double check the rules in the 9 ball. Just to clarify, I know that in 9 ball we typically, is he going to draw back into the 5? I feel as though he's going to try to draw into the 5. I don't know. I wonder if he can thin the 4 on the side and bump the 9 towards the side pocket. Oh, smarter, much smarter shot there by Ronnie playing the safety. Granted, Tyson can see the 4, right? But it's not makeable, and Tyson's going to have to pummel something or find another safety. He's trying to cause some separation. Catches the 7, comes back, banks back, clips his cue ball, and throws him into the pocket. Tyson's like, this is my life right now. He's done scratched twice now in 2 racks. All right, there we go. Tyson's back at the table. Ronnie doesn't quite get it done. And Tyson's going to be okay with this because this is going to get him tied back up in the match. Now it's just a straight race to 4 for everybody. Short race 9 ball can be difficult, but at least it's a race to 5. I like it. All right, everyone. So I'm enjoying my coffee. If you guys hear me mute for a few seconds, which I'm just getting ready to do, I'm going to take a few drinks of my coffee. We'll be right back with you. All right, here we go. Yeah, I had to take just a second to drink some coffee. Don't like to make slurpy noises or eat food while I'm streaming, so... Alright, so Ronnie's made a real big mistake right there, although he may have gotten away with it. Tyson may be able to cross over this 2 and pocket the 9, which may lend itself to a safety anyway. Yeah, it's good effort. That's what I meant. Didn't quite get enough pace on the 2 to leave Ronnie safe. There's a couple different ways he can go about this. He can pocket the 2, try to use the 8 to stop the cue ball. If he doesn't, he's going to travel pretty far. He can play a safety, get under the 8, doesn't quite do that either. But what he did do was make it almost impossible for Tyson to get position on the 4. So by leaving the cue ball hindered over the 8, Tyson has, yeah, he can make the 2 if he really works hard, because he's queuing awkwardly over the 8. But not a lot of chance there for him to get back on the 4. I don't know if he's getting ready to jack up and maybe try to, once again, go after the ride, but needs to be careful. All right. So this is tough, because even if he makes the 2 in the bottom left-hand corner, going around 1, 2, 3, I mean, he's going to have to play short side shape on the 4 or accept a longer shot on the 4, which I guess isn't terrible either. Or he can just bank the 2 and play the cue ball forward under the 8. But he's got to play the cue ball. He can't play one or the other. I was going to say, he can't play the 2. He's got to really focus on the 8 ball there, or the cue ball. All right, so Tyson can shoot this 2 on the right-hand side, draw the cue ball back. Oh, he went for the corner. Oh, bar tables. It's a good shot. All right, not the best positional play, but Tyson should be okay. The only problem with this shot is that you're cutting the ball so thin that your cue ball is going to have a lot of pace on it. All right, you got. I came up a little short. I have to remind myself too that so many more balls are makeable on a VAR table. Like certain shots we would never shoot playing on the big table, because it's just so, like, the percentage of making it so low, right? So, all right, this 9 ball, 2-1, Tyson Greer. All right, guys, so I had to mute the mic just a little because the song Blowjob Betty, which if you guys don't know, you better Google it, is on the jukebox, and it's really loud, and I don't want that in the background of my stream. Not, like, I like the song, but I don't want it in the background of my stream. Okay. Sorry, I'm replying to a couple people. I normally don't do that when I'm working. I've actually anti-texting in phones and all that when I'm working. But have someone asking about doing some commentary for the Tina Larson, Ryan Hogan's, Molly Bontrager, Max Krause doubles action match. And I'm definitely interested in doing that. Molly's my girl, so is Tina. Uh, but I just don't know if the dates will work or not. So I'm got to do some checking when I get home. So shout out to Bubba and Jordan for reaching out. All right, so what do we got? What do you got here? He's going to the air. It looks as though he's getting his jump cue together. Let's see. There's Tyson. Getting his jump cues put together. Looks like he's going airborne. So we have a very strict no earbud policy here at VNEA and have for many, many years. And so I think he's got like these little cotton balls that he sticks in his ears. I don't think they're legitimate earbuds. And you know, if you're the kind of person that really struggles with sound and hearing people talk, and you know, you got to do what you got to do. All right, so it was a good hit. Didn't really work out, unfortunately, for Tyson. Now, Ronnie's gotta, if he's gonna do this, he's gotta get, yeah, see, I would have drugged that away from the 9 ball instead of playing into the 9. But, and the only reason why I say that is because the 8 is right there by the 4. And so if you hit the 8, you're screwed getting position on the 5. You got no shot. Put a little outside on it too. Oh, see what I mean? Like, if you hit the 8, you're definitely coming on the wrong side, or your cue ball even will stop, and you have no shot at getting on the 5. So that's the only reason I didn't like bumping the 9 there, because you were going to be forced to stay on this side, on the left side of the table. Really want to get to the right side of the table, so it's natural getting from the 4 to the 5. Ideally. All right. You almost switched to 2 railer. You left Tyson a bit of a back cut on that 5 ball. Should be okay. I would assume he can still pocket that. Yeah, for sure. This would be my suggestion for either of these two going forward, is to tighten up on their positional play. 9 ball is not everyone's favorite game, and I understand that. But you only have 1 ball to get on, right? And there's a path. The path is in the pattern. And if you look closely, it tells you what to do. Just willy-nilly kind of freewheeling and draining everything and just not really focusing on your cue ball is the death of you in 9 ball. In 8 ball, you can get away with that. You know, because a lot of times until you get to those last couple of balls, you got mad options. You can do all kinds of things, and you can you can redo the pattern 15 times. But in 9 ball, you don't got those options. You have 1 ball to get on. That's it. So I'm kind of a firm believer that if you're going to play in the 9 ball, that you really have to be specific. A little more so than an 8 ball. You can't just willy-nilly everything, because there's no longevity in it. You know, you've got to get your cue ball on a string if you want to win events like this. 1, they're short races. 2, you know, it's a pretty even playing field, and it's dark in there. This is 3rd scratch in 4 racks. All right, let's go, Ronnie Disick. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just a really firm believer in playing precision cue ball when you're playing 9 ball, because eventually that freewheeling's not going to get you where you want to get, which is in the finals, right? So that's just my opinion. You know, I'm sure there's lots of arguments out there. All right, so Ronnie, you know, banks it in, but he got it there. Scores 2-2. Let's see what's going on here on the other table, and I don't know what the score is, but Christy Huminga is currently playing Sharon Yoder, who I believe is last year's 9-ball champion. And they had a late match last night. They played each other in the doubles finals, with Jason and Sharon coming out victorious in a 2-set final. Chrissy and Cody did force the second set. They played amazing. So, yeah. So now here they are playing each other again. I do believe Chrissy had to play Mary Tyler first round, ended up defeating her, and is now playing the reigning champion from last year in the 9-ball division, Sharon Yoder. All right, Ronnie Disick to break. He doesn't scratch, but he doesn't make a ball. Tyson's coming to the table, sitting pretty good. All right, so Tyson gets away with it there. He does leave the 1-9 combination if Ronnie can jump. He actually has a highlight reel jump at the moment on my YouTube in a match yesterday for the doubles. He clipped it out this morning, he told me. Said he was able to figure out how to make clips in YouTube. Which is awesome, you know? Oh, nice try. Is he going to swoosh it in? Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, that counts in 9-ball. Ronnie Disick. Fortune favors the bold, buddy. Get it done. It should be Tyson's break at this point. So there's some other good matches going on. You got Dave Drake and Ramiro Sanchez playing, Jeff McIntosh and Andy Ben. I don't know how to say this name. Lou Vanderkerkhoff? It's a name. Ryan Hogan's and Jacob Elliot are another good matchup. I don't know why we're not streaming that too. Pedro, Aranda, Benny Alvarado, John Demetrius, Meatman, and Cody Meyers. So lots of good matches going on around the room. Race to 5 here. Ronnie Disick is up 3-2 over Tyson Greer. There's playing some Freddie Fender in the background, which, by the way, if you guys don't know who he is, I am obsessed with him. All right, let's see what's going on here. Sorry, answering my phone. I'm about to put it up. Jordan, if you're watching, bud, shout out. But I'm definitely working. So there's that. All right, so Tyson comes up under the 5. Doesn't quite get there for the 4. He's going to be kicking. He drains it. Ends up stuck another 9 again. Just do it again. Just keep on doing it again. I'm going to get the replay ready just in case he does something outrageous here. Nope. No 2 in a row on that one. So for every bad roll Tyson gets, I feel like he got a decent roll here too. Ronnie doesn't have a good shot on the 5. I don't think it goes past the 7 in the side. So it's likely he's going to have to play a safety. Oh, it does go on the side. Oh my goodness. And he like clips the edge of the 7. That's just clean living right there, Ronnie. So, yeah, good shot. All right, he's gonna not take care of the cue ball. So he's gonna be cutting the 7. Not saying that he can't make it. That's not what I'm saying. He didn't make it, but like not paying mention to the details. That's where things are gonna get you in trouble in 9-ball. Like, gotta pay attention to the details. It's crucial. All right, what do you say? 9-ball back cut into the bottom left-hand corner. Not watching the cue ball. Ooh. He's not been very fortunate with the cue, I'll tell you. He's scratched, I think, 3 out of 4 racks, out of the 5 racks they've played or something. Hey, tied ball game, folks. 3-3. All right, race to 2 for these gentlemen. Makes the ball on the break. I don't know exactly what Tyson was trying to do there, but that's okay. Tyson may not know what Tyson was trying to do there. Good morning, Carrie. All right, nice combination there. Nice combination. All right, Ronnie, and I think he just got the cue ball around for the 3. And yeah, he's going to be cutting it, but really, this could be interesting. So he can drag this ball with some low cue ball. Use a little bit of draw. Try to keep it from going under the 9. I'm not... That's why I didn't like going under the 9. If he could have kept it on the right side of the 9 here, kind of threw the cue ball to the hole, or to the 3 ball to the pocket, he would have been able to hold the 4 for the 4. Right. 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 So a little bit of, I think Tyson's fine to make this. He can back cut it if he'd like, or he can cut it to the right as well. Right, so. All right, there we go. Good shot. Nice control by Tyson. Like to see him kind of really focus on maintaining and controlling the cue ball. There's no longevity in freewheeling in 9-ball. There's really not. So he's really got to make sure that he makes the shots and controls the rock. If he does that, he can book winners. Tyson's very, very capable of that. Now I feel like in this rack, he's just a little more diligent. He's much more mindful of the cue ball. All right, there we have it, folks. Tyson Greer on the hill. I don't know if you guys can hear. Can you guys hear the music in the background here? Let me kill the... I'm going to kill my music. Okay. Can you guys hear the music in the background or only when I talk? All right, I'm trying to not talk so that to see if anybody can get it, but I keep seeing I'm seeing it register on my on it's like my little meter, right? That shows the sound in the background. So if anyone can let me know if they can hear the music in the background other than when I'm talking. Okay, good. Sarah, thank you. I put in okay. I put a suppression gate on it, and I know that that's like, won't won't to most people, but it's kind of like a noise gate, but it's more of a suppression. So I just wanted to kind of muffle the background music. I don't want it to get rid of it because that would be odd, but I just can't I can't have it like recognizable to the bots, the YouTube bots. Thanks, James. How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. Everybody got their coffee? I mean, it's early, y'all. I'm just throwing that out there. It's really early. I'm not sure whether I enjoy early or not. All right. So once again, a little like lackadaisical on the positional play. It works. Oh, Ronnie, I thought you made that, bud. All right, so Tyson's on the hill. Ronnie really needed to make that 5 ball. He had to. That's where paying mention to the cue ball and being really diligent about it will pay off for you in dividends. Uh-oh, uh-oh, ooh. Tyson thought he was scratching too. I think we all did, right? Like, he's been very scratchy. Very, very scratchy in this match, so. All right, with these 2 balls, Tyson Greer is going to advance forward on the A side of the 9-ball state championship Masters division here at Michigan VNEA. All right, that's a winner, folks. Ronnie will be taking the scenic route through this event. Let's refresh the bracket, and I can give you guys some heads up on what's going on in the room. So, Jack, I think it's Bijan. He beat Jason Weldon first thing this morning. Tyson Greer just defeated Ronnie Disick. David Drake was successful in defeating Ramiro Sanchez. Jeff McIntosh beat Andy Ben. Looks like Ryan Hogan's and Jacob Elliott. Jacob Elliott came out winner on that pretty handily, 5-3. Good match for Jacob. Ryan Hogan's is no slouch. Benny Alvarado and Pedro Aranda are playing right now. Cody Meyers has defeated John Demetrius. So Cody's waiting for the winner of Pedro and Benny. Trying to look at the table place. 9:45. We might have a match on 6. I'm going to go look at the ladies' masters and see what they got going on here. All right, let's roll over to the other camera. Let me see if I can pick up their score sheet really quick. What's the score line here? All right, so Chrissy's up 3-1 over the former champion. Chrissy's been playing really good pool. All right, there you go. You got your scoreboard there. Race to 4. Chrissy's sitting on the hill. All right, guys, I'm going to play a little bit of music because I'm going to do some tweaking to get ready for the next matches. Good morning. What up, Politico? Decent match here. These two ended up playing in the finals of the Scotch last night, so they're probably sick of each other, but that's what happens in Michigan. You know, this is a true Michigan State Championship. In order to play in this event, you do have to play in the state of Michigan in your leagues. So, uh, you know, that's why you see smaller fields, simply because of that. A lot of players like to travel to other places to play, don't really kind of stick around to their home turf. But we'll see a lot more good players as the tournament goes on. I think 8-ball and team event is coming up still, so. And Eddie, that he has the nicest hair. Oh. If Torture ever comes in, I will tell him hello. I don't know where he's at. All right, guys, enjoy the match for just a second. I got some business to attend to. This is just kind of a bonus match because we weren't streaming this match. We were streaming the men's, but they have completed that matchup. So, give me a little when you talk. Yeah, Nicole, I knew that, but I kind of don't have a choice, right? Like, I mean, you can't block it all the way, but let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna do some twiddling, guys. Enjoy the match. Chrissy on the hill. All right, what's happening, folks? A decent matchup here. This is a B-side matchup in the men's masters uh, between Pedro, Aranda, and John Demetrius. So Pedro is actually the reigning champion from last year. Oh boy. I actually spent just a few minutes chatting with him about some life stuff, right? Don't we all have life stuff? Pedro and I have known each other a long time. So it was nice to see him, and he's actually in a very similar situation to what I have going on in my life right now, my family. So it was nice to hear someone's perspective who's also been going through it for the last year. Great dude. I got a funny story about Pedro, but I'll tell you here in just a second, guys. I'm going to readjust my mic because it's sitting funny and I don't want it to make a bunch of noise. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, what's happening? We're back. Yeah, my microphone is like sitting awkward. I think I'm rolling around on my cord, actually, to be completely honest with you. All right, so let's see. Pedro gets that one, takes that rack. All right, so funny story about Pedro. I told him I was going to put him on the stream and I was going to talk smack. I'm actually not picking the streams. The tournament directors are. So Pedro, I go to play in the statewide event up in Alpena. And I go up to Alpena and I'm playing on this badass men's team. Me, Brandon Ashcraft, Franklin Arrow, Josh Williams, and Mark Rodell. And so we are, it's this, it's called the Alpena Classic, right? It's like all these top men's teams come into play, and I'm like the only chick in the whole tournament. Anyway, there's a Calcutta, and Pedro buys us in the Calcutta for like, I don't know, $500, $600, something like that. So we take half ourselves, whatever, and we have to play Pedro's team late into Saturday. And we have to play them, and I have to play Pedro. They actually make me play Pedro. And I'm playing Pedro, and I have to queue over a ball. And my ball's right in front of, my object ball is right in front of me. John's running out like water over here. And so I'm queuing over the ball, and he says, I'm going to get a ref. I said, what do you need a ref for, Pedro? The ball I'm shooting at is right. I mean, it's literally like inches. I can't foul. I can't miss the ball. Like, I mean, I could close my eyes and hit this shot, and it's like whatever, you know? And he's like, no, I got to get a ref. So he goes and gets the tournament director's son, who's, you know, calling shots, whatever. And nice out by John there. And he goes and gets him, and he comes up, and he looks at me, and he's like, what do you have? And I think it was a 5 ball. And I was like, I have a 5. And he looked at me like, why am I here? And I was like, I don't know, Knit Boy called you. So the rest of the tournament, I was like, whatever, Pedro, you're Knit, dude. I ended up beating him, and our team won, and we ended up winning the whole tournament. And Pedro had to stay with us till like 5 in the morning to get his money. But you know, it was crazy. I was like, dude, you bought us, and you're knitting me so badly. Like, I don't get it. It was so funny. Even the guy who has to make the call comes up, and he's like, why am I here right now? And I was like, because Knit Boy over here seems to think because I'm queuing over a ball that something might happen, and I wouldn't call a foul on myself, you know? And I told Pedro, that stuff might work on some people, buddy, but it's not going to work on me. Like, it was so funny. And so Pedro and I have got a lot of banter back and forth. We talk a lot of smack, but he's a great guy and we get along really well. His daughter plays pretty good too. He's got a daughter that plays pool, and she was a junior player, and she's come a really long way. And now she's playing, I do believe she's playing more on, you know, the upper amateur adult side of things now. And so, yeah, he's a good dude. He won the 8-ball and 9-ball last year at this event, so he is in our highlight reel, promo reel for this event. But yeah, so little backstory about Pedro. Pedro the Knit. It's a joke. I really like the guy. He's super fun. So I do think the score is 1-1. I'm going to try to refresh this. The overlay that I use doesn't refresh itself. So I know during the last match I seen Sarah was kind of keeping everyone, you know, in line on the score. I apologize. I had to step away and use the restroom and you know, refresh the coffee. Cheers. And so I left you guys with the match, and you know, it was a good match. They ended up getting there. I think they ended up going hill, didn't they? And I think Sharon ended up winning that match, and she was down big. I think she was down like 3-1. So good match for her if she did win. Chrissy had her, you know, locked down. It's funny how that can happen though, how a match can just shift momentum, even in an alternate break format. Alright, so Pedro's in a bit of a spot on this one ball. He may have to kick. So if you want to follow along on the brackets, the stream tables are tables 5 and 6. Right now, I'm not really like, I don't know, I'm not doubling up on the tables because it's really hard to give the proper, you know, respect to one match when you got 2 different matches going on. And like I missed a shot last night I was upset about because I was running 2 screens. And although you know, I'm not, you know, I love pool. So if I could just, you know, watch all the matches, I totally would. But I just don't want to not give the due respect to one match simply because there's another one going on too, and maybe I get caught up in that. So for now, until we get to team event, I'm going to be streaming 1 table, but I have my choice between table 5 and table 6. So if you guys look at the brackets on CompuSport and you see a cool match you might want to watch on 5 or 6, then just shoot me a message. Maybe put it in the chat, and we'll see how it goes. Right now, this is the only match being played. There's nothing on 5 at the moment. So I was just double checking that. Real quick while Pedro's getting into his action here. It's like he may be playing a combination or a safety. Pedro's a very, very good safety player. Alright, combination needs the cue ball to travel. He's got to get the edge of that one, and I think he might be okay. So this is what's going on in the room. Good shot on the 1 to get to the 3. He may have not dug in quite enough. Yeah, this is a bit of a spot. He can't cut it to the side. He may have to play the combination. But to be completely fair, though, the combination here is can be tricky because if it stops there, he may not have a shot on the 3 ball. If it rolls forward, it's going to dip down to the short rail, and that could be treacherous. Hi, babe. Hold on just a second, guys. Hey guys, I just want to let you know that it looks like the players may have taken a quick break. It does. Maybe they someone needed to potty. So yeah, we're doing that. My husband's just in the booth. He come to tell me about some of his matches. So he he is not a fan of nine ball sometimes, depending on who he's playing. You know, and it can be brutal. Nine ball can be brutal. If you get to somebody that doesn't really play it a lot and they like to swing at things or swing at the nine ball constantly because they don't understand the concept of nine ball. And that's going to happen. You have to fade that. So it sucks, but it is what it is, you know? But yeah, so there's that. And what do you do? All right, guys, so I'm waiting. I don't know what's going on. What do we got? Let's look at the bracket. Let's do some chit-chatting. We can look at the bracket here. There we go. All right, so we're going to start at the top. Let's move over here. This is the A side. So Jack Bayan, I don't know if I'm saying that right, versus Tyson Greer. It's happening on table 7. And then David Drake is playing Jeff McIntosh. Feel like that match is over. No. No, table 11. David Drake and Jeff McIntosh. And Jeff McIntosh was successful over David Drake. So we got him advancing. And then Lou Vander Kirchhoff. I hope I'm saying that right. Versus Jacob Elliot. Jacob Elliot was victorious. So he's advancing. Benny Alvarado and Cody Meyers are currently playing. Yeah, Cody's up 2-1 in that match. All right, and this is a B-side matchup. Got a couple really good matches coming up. So it looks like Jason Weldon and Ronnie Disick. Ramiro Sanchez is playing Andy Ben. Ramiro forfeits. Not sure why Ramiro's forfeited. He was here last night, so I'm not sure why he chose to forfeit. Andy Ben and Lou Vandershirkoff. I'm not even sure about that. Ryan Hogan's and David Drake. That's going to be another good one. All right, guys, give me just a second while we're waiting for these players to do their thing. I'm going to reset the scorecard for you guys. And I'm going to ask for some movement on the brackets. Be right back, guys. All right, what's up, folks? All right, so I had to go talk to the tournament directors. Not because, I tell them how to do their job, but I want to make sure that we've got the two tables that I'm streaming, 5 and 6, assigned to the Masters divisions because we're getting into the business end of this 9 bowl for the Masters, and I don't want to miss all the good matches. Like right now, Ryan Hogan's is playing David Drake. And David Drake is a solid Michigan guy, and he's playing Ryan Hogan's, who plays great. And they're on the B side, and I haven't had either one of them on the stream yet. Like, to me, that's a mistake. Yeah, Sarah Bob says hi. Because I had the booth cam on when you were like going off about your match, and she's like, I wonder what they're talking about. LOL. You can't tell with all the hand signals that he was trying to tell me about his match. All right, good stuff though. Good stuff. Good match. This is, this can be a tester. I know that Pedro really needs to buckle down. He's the returning champion of this event, and the score is currently tied 2-2. And John actually had a tough draw. He drew Cody Meyers first round, so now he's fighting for his tournament life as well. So hopefully, whoever comes out of this can find a way to catch a gear and then stay in the mix of this event. Wow, how'd he hit that? He hit that pretty good. He's stretching for this too, but he sure did hit that one real well. All right. Oh, and he's gonna make he almost made the 9 ball. I'm not sure what he was intending, if he was trying to make the 2 or he was trying to make the 9. All right, so I'm not sure that that Pedro can see this 3, so he's likely to play a safety. I think he was kind of two-weighing it, right? Bank the 3, play the or try to play the carom into the 9. The ball ended up leaking, catching the point on the side pocket and coming around and bouncing out for John to have sight on the 3. But kicking it that way, he may have just set him up for a 3-9 ride, putting Pedro Aranda on the hill. This is only a race to 4 on the B side. Oh. I say this, so I'm a firm believer that in 9 ball you have to have a really good attention for detail, like to details, like you have to, the small things, right? So when you play a combination like the 3-9, like you not only have to focus on possibly making the 3-9 combination, which was not easy, but you really have to focus on where the 3 ball is going to go if you don't make the 9 and where the cue ball is going to go. Now, Pedro, having not paid attention to the detail, John's able to play a really nice safety, and Pedro's kicking at the 3. So there's a couple things. Like, you have to be a little more precise with your positional play, which is necessary in 9-ball. Not as much in 8-ball, because 8-ball you sometimes have choices. But you also, you have to really have an attention for detail. I think he might be queuing awkwardly over those balls. He got away with it. He should be fine. I don't know if he can get to the bottom of the ball, but if he can, it'd be the left side of the bottom of the ball. Yep. So a little bit of outside spin. What's going on? I'll look at some of the other events that are going on in the room. Let's look at the Ladies Masters 9 ball. No idea. Harley Joe played Gwen Sloan. They didn't finish that match. I have no idea who won. Neither does the bracket, obviously. I'm going to refresh it, see if that changes. Does not. Elise Bentley is playing Barbie Black. Final four on the A side, and Sharon Yoder is going to be playing Tina Stockinger. So those are final four. Those ladies are guaranteed fifth, sixth. Vicky Hamlin, I believe, was last year's winner. Was it Vicky? I think it was Vicky that won last year, but she's on the B side now. But she's 2 rounds in, playing Mary Tyler. And Chrissy Haminga ended up losing to Sharon, but then she fell right into Kathy Schoening, and Kathy Schoening, I believe, is a forfeiture. So Chrissy will advance, sitting in 7th, 8th. So she won't have to play that match against Kathy, which they're teammates and friends, so I'm not too, I'm sure they're not too worried about that whole situation. Let's go back to our men's masters. We're going to have a good match on the stream table next. Or we were. We started playing. Okay, that match is tight. Let's look at this one. All right. Looks like the score is still 2-2 between Pedro and John. Playing some safety play. Didn't really get, well, it's not a terrible shot. I don't know that the one plays past the 7. What should we do? Should we put that over here? I'm bored. I'm playing with all my stuff. All right, so try to play a little bit of a safety there. John's, oh, he dang near made that. That's crazy. All right, so this is not the best position, but I'm sure if Pedro's probably just going to roll the 1 forward and put the Q under the 8. I don't know that he'll play this shot aggressively. He may. He could try. Yeah, Pedro's more of a safety play kind of guy, and I'm not discrediting his talent. He's very good, plays very well, but he's smart about it. If he gets a little uncomfortable, he just goes ahead and plays a safety, which I think is much better than just swinging at the fences sometimes. Mm-hmm. Working on some details. There's a couple good action matches coming up, and I'm just going to try to check my schedule, see if I can help facilitate some of those matches for some friends. Lots of cool stuff going on in pool right now. Want to make sure we don't miss any of it. I like to be involved in those things. All right. Sorry, guys. Just so much going on right now. It's crazy. Trying to get all the brackets figured out. I mean, I am super grateful. The staff has been amazing. They're right on point. You know, if I ask for something, they try their best to help me. I don't like to tell them what to do with their brackets. That's their job. But as the streamer, I completely understand the pulse of the match and the pulse of the players. And I'm lucky enough to know most of the good players. And so when I see a really good match, I don't want the people at home to miss that, right? So that's my goal, is to go over there, and I only bug them when I feel confidently about something. We've got a really good match coming up on the stream next round for the men's masters. It'll be the winner of Cody Meyers and Aranda versus Jacob Elliot, the young gun that came through our junior program here at the VNEA, who is, he actually is the reigning Open 8-ball champion from last year. He won the Open Division 8-ball. Now he's in the Masters and looking pretty good, sitting at, I believe, 5th, 6th from his position. All right, Pedro Aranda, winner. Is that correct? No, I thought that they were only on 2. Yeah, so I was going to say, Pedro, the score should be 3-2. Yes, 3-2. I didn't think that was it. When I saw him shake hands, I was like, what? Why? Why are you shaking hands? So, yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess you could kind of think about that. Sorry, I got multiple chats going on right now. I've got sorry, I got a group message going on, and I think I just answered them on the stream, but it was not for the stream. Sorry, that happens a lot. I get too many chats going, and then I'm in a position. Good morning, Frank. All right. Done answering. Had some clients messaging me from the salon. So, not from the salon, but my clients from the salon. I don't want to take care of that. Oh, he short strokes it. It's gonna fall. Wipes its feet. Bumps the 7. All the bad things. This is where 9-ball can be really tricky, and that's why I say you have to pay attention to detail. It's imperative. Hey, Franklin Arrow. Robin Pig was in the stream yesterday in the chat. Wanted to say hello to you, and I was like, thought maybe you might be watching, so I was like, Frank, say hi. Oh, is he gonna double bump that back into the pocket? All right, so Pedro Aranda is on the hill. On the hill. Looking good, sitting good. Here's where this can be a little tricky. That ball is in the pocket, but it's very close to the rail, so he wants to hit it as thin as possible to get travel out of the cue ball. If you hit that too fat, it's got such a short distance to the rail that it'll die after it hits the rail. So it's good that he hit that thin. He actually hit it a little bit too aggressively. It's late, Frank. I don't even know that Robin's in there anymore. All right, he's going to make the 9 and the 7. 2 for the win. Pedro Aranda looking like a rock star on the stream. All right, guys, so we're going to have a really good matchup next on table 5, which is my other table. It's going to be the matchup between the winner Benny Alvarado and Cody Meyers. 3, 4, 5. Looks like Benny Alvarado has won that match. Am I missing something? Did he accidentally? Oh, 4-4. Hill. Hold on just a second, guys. Let me see what I can get into. Let's roll over to this match. Oh. All right, so as long as Pedro gets out of my view, this is the Hill match between Benny Alvarado and Cody Meyers. 4-4. You can see the score. The race is in the top. The current score is in the little boxes below that. So, good stuff. So, yeah, Cody does make a bull in the break, but he doesn't. I don't think he has. Yeah, that's the 1. He's over the 1. I think that's the 4. I'm not sure that that's the 2. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's the 4, but that's going to be his next ball anyway, whether it's the 2 or the 4. Cody might be trying to play the bank here. I'll make some adjustments to this. Sorry, guys. So it's really bright in here, and it's really messing with my cameras, and I think it's causing some exposure issues. So it's driving me nuts. And it's only one camera because there's a light directly above it, and I think it's what's doing it. It's crazy how a high-level production camera can really cause chaos. You don't even realize it until you get in all these different, you know, lighting situations and all the things. All right, so Benny's kicking. Got a good hit. Brutal action. All right, guys. So enjoy this. I'm going to step away so I can go grab some coffee. This is Hill. We are going to have the winner of this match versus Jacob Elliot next on the live stream. So stay with me, folks. We got lots of action today here at the Michigan VNEA State Championship. What do you say, everybody? We got us a good matchup here. I was talking to the tournament directors and came back and they were already started. I was like, you guys cannot do that. So it looks like Jacob Elliott has won rack 1. In this matchup between Cody Meyers and Jacob Elliott, the winner of this match will be guaranteed 3rd place. The loser's guaranteed 5th, 6th. But here we go. So Jacob's taking game 1, but they haven't updated their score just yet. All right, got the score updated. Sitting good. Alright, so let's see what's going on. The hubby's back. Things going on up in here. I do need to get my booth set up with my stuff. I need to get my table set up with my stuff. Kind of trying to decide if I should do it today or if I should wait until tomorrow. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Pearson's here. He's got his stuff set up, and then we also have Pete Silsby coming in, setting up his Q stick repair. So he's going to be here. If anybody needs an Q repair, he'll be here. I want to say a special thank you to Billiard Buddy. If you guys don't know about the Billiard Buddy, you need to ask somebody or ask me. Billiard Buddy provides the coolest Q rest on the planet. I also have some products from Super Shop Billiard Supplies, a really cool signature Q rest as well. It's a harder one though, with the little arms that lay down and sit on the table. It's super cool, but it's got my LFR logo on it. I do have a few that doesn't have my logo on it. Those are available for sale as well. It's some magnet chalk holders for your pockets. I have some of those. I also have some cool LFR Live koozies. Everybody needs a koozie, right? Everybody needs a Billiard Buddy. So shout out to Big Family Custom Creations for the koozies, the Billiard Buddy, and Super Shot Billiards for their support of LFR Live, as well as my big sponsor, Borderline Billiards in Bristol, Tennessee. Thank you to Janet Outwell and her team for supporting what I do and all my madness. It's nice to have someone who understands your crazy visions and then is just so supportive of that. And we're here thanks to Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, VNEA Michigan, and all the vendors who are part of VNEA pool leagues. So we thank you to them for continuing to support this tour, or this league system. I said this tour. I've been playing on the WPBA too long, eh? Right, little bounce. I think he bumped it out of the way. I think he should be okay. I'm gonna roll down in just a tiny bit, and then I'm gonna swing to my real quick. I'm gonna check my right camera. I'm gonna spin her around, see if I can't get a secondary view of this table. All right, Jacob's sitting pretty good in this match. Playing really well. All right, he hit that good. Hit that really good. Cue ball stayed. Best thing about these new valleys, the pockets are flush. How do you not like that? Right? Like, you're never really weirdly hindered in your cueing. It's super cool. Like, one of the best things about these new valleys, in my honest to God opinion, is that right there. Like, the fact that the pockets are so flush, you can cue evenly from the pocket, which never happens. You know that no matter what table you're playing on. You never really have that even keel for cueing out of a pocket, but on these valleys you do. And so it's nice because you don't have to like Molly, she likes to lay a towel down so that she doesn't hear the noise or hit the rubber or whatever. And some leagues don't allow you to do that. Oh boy, that's bad news for Cody. Jacob has the ball in hand. Ball in hand coming to the table. He does have to make some decisions, though, if he wants to try for the 3-9. I don't know that the 3 goes past the 9. If it does, it's great. If it doesn't, he needs to find another hole for it. Not a... I don't think it goes in the side, past in between the 7-8. Really, if he could drag underneath it and shoot the 3 on the other side, I mean, maybe he's got a half a pocket. It may go. May go in the side. I really think that the table gets a little fuzzy on this camera view because of the exposure from the lighting overhead here. And it's right under, it's literally right under a light. So it makes it, I don't know, a little more difficult. Okay, making a little few changes on my controller there. All right, Jordan, what's happening? Thanks for tuning in. All right, so they haven't updated their score just yet. And with CompuSport, I feel like they have. Yeah, there we go. 2-0. Cody scratches on the break. Jacob's making fairly quick work for this. And that ball a little fat, but sitting nicely. Should be able to just pocket this. He has a choice here. If he wants to cut it to the corner, he can. He could play it in the side with a little pinch draw stroke. To the corner he's going. That's when you know a player's feeling pretty confident at the table. Because they're not trying to shoot the balls to the closest pocket, right? One rail across. Doesn't have to do anything fancy. Just stay in the window in between the 7 and the 9. Yep. Roll her in. Another one here. Just roll it in and take the 8 on the right-hand side if he wants to be... yeah, he's walking it out. That's one thing I do have to say about Jacob, that he comes from our junior program here. He's a junior national champion, actually. And he was last year's Open Division 8-ball champion. One thing I like about Jacob is he does do the work. He puts the work in behind almost every shot. And you can just tell that he's passionate, and that's okay, too. He's going to roll this forward and take the shot on the 9 to take a 3-0 lead in this race to 5 ace-side matchup in the Michigan Masters. All right, good shot by Jacob. 3-0 over Cody and breaking the balls. Let's check out what's going on in the room. Let's do a quick refresh on that. So it looks like Ryan Hogan's did defeat David Drake, so he's still in this matchup, guaranteed 7th, 8th at this point. Pedro, Aranda, and Tyson Greer are battling it out on the B side as well. Tyson's up 2-0 over the former champion of this event last year. Andy Ben is also sitting in 7th, 8th, waiting on the winner of Ronnie Disick and Benny Alvarado. Jeff McIntosh is playing Jack Bajin. Oh, he defeated Jack. So Jeff is guaranteed third place in this event right now. Haven't seen Jeff in a few years, so that's kind of nice. See him out playing. Lots of fun. Jeff's a great dude, and he's super funny. He actually reminds me of Jacob's dad, Kool-Aid. We call him Kool-Aid. His name is Jeff Elliot, and some of you guys might be familiar with Kool-Aid, but Jeff McIntosh favors him drastically. Like, don't you think that Jeff kind of favors Kool-Aid? So, like, if they were in the same room together, I would, you would almost think they were brothers. They're built alike. They kind of both have really funny laughs. So, good dudes. All right, let's go. Jacob Elliott to break. It's going to make the 9 golden break, folks. And that's a winner. Score is 4-0. Jacob Elliott. Making quick work of this matchup. Yeah, Cody to break. Gotta get something rolling. And he's got to fade it. It's alternate break, right? So he's got to fade it. He's got to fade a couple breaks from Jacob on the way if he wants to get back in this match. Guaranteed 5th, 6th. Looking to get to the 3rd place guaranteed spot. Hot seat matchup. Oh, yeah, that's brutal. If that one would have set up, he'd have been sitting pretty. But unfortunately, I really like Cody's Cybert shirt. I'm gonna make some. I need to send a picture of that shirt to Jason to see if he can make me some LFR live ones like that. I love the design of that. Yep. Ooh. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna look at some stuff. I think they're trying to figure out. I have a really cool, I know you guys can't see it, but I have a projector screen that I put up on the back of the stage so that it projects out the stream so people can see that we're streaming it. But our projector, it's too bright in here and we're not getting like the clear look of it, right? And so I think the staff here at Soaring Eagle is like, oh, you want us to help you with that? But they want like $1,000 a day to use their equipment. I'm not paying that, right, for a stream. So I was like, no, I'm good. Well, I think that they've decided that they want to help me anyway. So I am not mad. If they want to help me, I'm good with that. They can help. And all I have to do really is plug it into my system. I can plug it into my computer. If I plug it into my computer, I can, you know, project from my stream directly to it. All right, guys, give me just a second. Hopefully Cody can make some quick work of this rack and get himself back into the match. I'm playing some safeties. That's one thing about Cody I do like is that he's a grinder. So, you know, he'll have to play really well to make sure he keeps Jacob in his chair, or leave him nothing of, you know, nothing to work with. Here, he can just thin this 4 and play it one rail underneath the 5-6. He may have overhit it, though. He has. I'm pretty sure that ball leaked out. If nothing else, Cody has the edge of it, which he can cross bank back down by the 8-9 and put the Q under the 7. But he may be fine. I just don't think it lends itself to getting on the 5 ball, so maybe going to the air with this one. Yeah, I think he's only got like a half a ball, quarter of a ball to get over. The only problem with this is that if he touches that 7, he may put himself in a position to be kicking at the 5, and I just don't know how I feel about that. Oh, all right. Fortune favors the bold. We have it. All right, give me just a second, guys. Well, there's some background music playing on my stream right now, so you guys should be okay for a few seconds. All right, thanks. All right. What do you mean, Bucket? What are you talking about? Can hook me up with what? Are you talking about the projector thing? The screen? Yeah, where the screen's okay. It's the projector, right? Because it's just a basic projector. It's not like a super great projector. So, but we just wanted to show that we could do it. If I could just put it on a wall, I'd prefer it than on a thing. But all the walls here are textured or black. They're not gonna work. Yay. Nice. Baby. They're gonna help me out. These guys, how do you like that? Like, I'm pretty fortunate. Like, everybody's so cool around here at the Soaring Eagle. All right, guys, look at this. Jacob's gonna win this match 5-0 over Cody Meyers, sitting in guaranteed 3rd place. And it looks like Cody's going to be taking the scenic route back through this event, which I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be pushing pretty hard. So, all right, and I don't have another match on the tables at the moment. Waiting to see who they're gonna play the hot seat match next on table 6. So Jacob will advance to play Jeff McIntosh for the hot seat of the men's Masters 9-ball singles. So that's going to be next. Here, let's refresh that, see if it advances. No, they haven't done it yet. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to deal with some tech stuff with these guys in the projector because I'm trying to learn about these things. And we should be able to plug in via DisplayPort. So long story short, we're going to keep on rolling. I should still have the music playing in the background. I'm going to mute my mic. And of course, I'm not going to let you watch me with my little Logitech camera. So But we have a match coming up soon, so hot seat match. Men's, yeah, thanks, Jordan. No, this is the projector one is not have anything to do with the actual stream itself. So you guys enjoy that. I was looking to see if there was another match going on. I could swing my cameras around too. Let me see. No, wrong camera. Let me see what I can come up with. I'm gonna move my cameras all over the place. There we go. Let's swing it around. Let's zoom it out. Just kind of get a view of what's going on in the room. This place is a lot of fun. So it looks like Pedro is practicing. Not really sure what's going on there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bucket Dad, I get you now. I was confused for a second. I thought you were talking about the... I thought you were talking about the projector. What'd you say? I feel like you got that many rolls. He did scratch twice. Yeah. And then he scratched on the break again. Then you made the 9 on the break. I was like, whoa, that's like the knife. Like, Jacob just stopped to talk to me. He goes, I do not care. I will take every roll, every roll. And I was like, well, it happens. Dude, what do you do? All right, so this is a view of the room for those of you guys who have never been here. This is a fantastic venue. I just want to throw that out there. We love it. It's tiered. So it's so fun to be able to sit in one room and see all the pool that's going on. Now, obviously, they started this at like 8 a.m., but a lot of that, the reason why they start it so early here is because they start the 8-ball tonight. So they've got to get this 9-ball up and out of the way, started and done before the 8-ball starts, or it's really a pain in the butt for everybody. So just a quick look at what's going on in the room. You can see Pedro Aranda there on table 8 hitting balls. I'm going to mute my mic, enjoy the music for a few seconds, guys. I'm going to take care of some stuff with these guys from the Eagle. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching LFR Live. Hey guys. So, okay, so long story short, this is what's going on in the room right now, and I know it's chaos. I apologize for that. Um, Basically, what's happening is we have the casino guys, the tech guys here are awesome. I just want to throw that out there. Okay, every time I come here, they're so cool. They help with so many things, and they're just amazing. Um, so yeah, like it's crazy. It's kind of brutal because um, the setup that I have two monitors, and I have two monitors and obviously my cameras and all my stuff. But we also have a projector, but it's not the greatest projector, right? It's just a basic projector, and I can project my stream through YouTube to the screen that we have so everybody here can see the stream, right? Well, our projector's not that great, but the guys here at the IT were like, hey, we can probably hook you up with a projector that you can use. And so I said, yeah, like I'm not mad about it. But when I tried to use my system to project it to the screen, it projects to my other monitor too because I'm splitting off of a HDMI splitter. So once we talked about it, I was like, we just play it on YouTube. And he's like, well, do you have a laptop? And I was like, yeah, we have another laptop. He's like, well, why don't we just set up the laptop and you can plug the laptop into this projector and we'll just ship it up to the stream. You can still use the projector and then you can have both monitors. Because right now what's happening is that when I project it to the screen, their projector, it's all plugged into my system and it's shipping it to my second monitor. And so now I'm working from a very small space on my one big monitor. It's very difficult. So we're doing our best. Like I'm learning new things every time I stream. It's crazy. Hey, Taryn. Yeah, so I think it's great that we're coming to the island. You're going to come hang out and watch us pros, right? Right, look at this. Jacob Elliott, 2-0 in a race to 5. The winner of this is guaranteed a seat in the finals. The loser, still sitting in third place, is going to have to play one more match to get back through the brackets to get to the finals. So, super fun stuff. Jacob Elliott, 2-0. All right, so it looks like we are going to have a ladies' masters match, and then a men's masters match, and then a ladies' open. I think it's the ladies' open finals, and then the men's open finals. So hopefully we can stay on pace so that I can get these matches done and we can, you know, not miss any of one match going to the other. But we've got the ladies' masters approximately 1:15. The men's masters finals is scheduled for approximately 2:15. The ladies open at 3:30 and the men's open at 4:15. And then we'll be done for the evening because we're not going to stream the beginning rounds of the open 8-ball or the men's or ladies seniors division. So we're going to take a break and do dinner tonight because I don't eat often at these things. So the tournament staff was like, we're not going to do that. We're going to let you take a break and eat dinner and all the good things. So yeah, and here we are watching this killer good A-side matchup of the men's masters here in Michigan. Taryn, I don't know why you're not playing. You got to find a VNEA league so you can come hang out at this tournament with us. I just work at this one. I'm not eligible for the VNEA, but VNEA is pretty specific about top 32 or touring professionals, so which is fine. I love this organization, so I played my whole life just to be told I couldn't play in things, you know? That's what happens. All right, so a nice shot on that 3. Just kind of kills the ball. He's probably going to go 2 rails to the inside of that pocket, back out for the 5. Good shot. Very nicely executed. I don't know where my other camera is right now. We're going to have to mess with it. Sorry, guys. I know I just screwed that all up. The camera went crazy. I apologize. Oh, shoot. We're gonna get it right. I'm gonna get out of studio mode and get back to the match. I've got everything is smushed onto one monitor right now, and so I am so very confused by it. Yeah, I wish you could sanction in Wisconsin and still come and play in Michigan, but you cannot. So you have to play in Michigan. They're very specific to that here. They feel as though it's a true state championships. If you don't play in Michigan locations and support Michigan establishments, then they don't allow you to play at this event. So they primarily are very focused on supporting the Michigan vendors. All right, he overshot that and got in there. Did he do that on purpose? I think he tried to get under that 8-ball. That's crazy. It was a good effort. Still crazy, but good effort. Let's check the score here, make sure. They've updated it by now, I'm sure. Yeah. We got the IT guys here. Yeah, there you go, Taryn. That would be awesome. You got to talk to, who do you have for a coin-operated table vendor? Nice try, Jacob. Does he get there? Oh, so close. You need to, for VNEA, you have to have a coin-operated vendor who has a league in your area. So who are your coin-operated vendors that own your pool tables and stuff in your area of Michigan? That would be the question. Do you have anyone there that owns like all the pool tables or supplies all the bars in your area with their video games or jukeboxes or ATMs? Because that's how it goes. With VNEA, you have to have a vendor, and then the vendor will bring the pool tables into the establishment or the jukebox or whatever. I don't know exact details, but I'm working on that. We're going to make something happen. Conversations are happening here in Michigan, so just reach out. Let me know if you need any help. I'll see what I can come up with for you. But this is the best venue ever. I'm just saying, I love the Island Resort. Don't get me wrong. You know I do, Taryn. I was sad I didn't make it this year. And, but, like, for real, like, this is the coolest, like, venue for pool. Just because of the tiers in the room, and it's fun, you know. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Like, it's not letting me spin. Oh, I'm lying. I fixed it. No, I'm so dramatic. All right, so I think Jacob is the score's 2-1 in favor of Jeff. This is the gentleman that I feel like reminds me of Jacob's dad, actually. So I don't know if he feels the same way. I mean, obviously, he probably doesn't because he knows his dad better, right? But I feel like this guy, Jeff, reminds me of Jacob's dad. All right, he's getting a little aggressive. Probably because you've got the 5-8-6 is tied up. It's super funky monkey. So that's no good. You know what I always say, no bueno. And so 5-6, I don't know, the 5-8-6-7, the 6 might pinch in on the carom off the 7. Not really sure, but he's got to start somewhere, right? So he's got the 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3, and then we got to go from the 3 to the 5. I don't know if he can get a breakout or what exactly he's he's looking to do here coming forward. He may, I don't know if, I don't think he has enough angle on the 2 to try to play into the breakout right now. Maybe he sees the pinch carom on the 6. Well, I don't know. Playing the 6-9 or the 3-9. Man, it got cold in here. They gotta have a door open somewhere. It got like drastically cold in here. Ooh. Ooh. Swish. That guy. It's on fire. Alright, 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. This is a race to 5. Just a second. Enjoy the match. Alright, guys, so looks like we're right in the middle of it. I'm actually watching my other screen right now instead of watching my normal producer screen, which is on my left. I'm kind of watching the screen on my right because everything is so small on this screen. Because I've got a bunch of stuff shoved onto it while we're making some adjustments for the projector. Well, it's much easier to see the screen on my right now because it's large. Alright, so Jeff just come up to me and he said, that's why I had it muted. He's playing right now against Jacob, and he says to me, oh my god, I'm like nervous and shaky. He goes, I'm not used to all this. He's talking about the stream, right? We got my setup. I've got my big banner. I've got a projector going on behind us so the whole room can see him playing. And this is the hot seat match of the Masters division. So, Jacob, swish. Alright, good shot. Kid's playing good. 3-2. Race to 5. Alright, so I think I already told you guys this. Just kind of clarifying. Looks like we're going to have a ladies masters match at 1:15, a men's masters, and these are just the finals, I do believe. Ladies masters finals at 1:15, that's the goal. 2:15 the men's masters, 3:30 the ladies open, and 4:15 the men's open. We all know, now luckily for us, they've got them on 5 and 6. So if something runs a little behind in one of the, like the ladies open match, we only got 45 minutes to finish our finals match. And we know this is true double elimination. If something goes a little south, that's going to be a pain in the butt. So I'm going to have them both on both my streaming tables, 5 and 6. Worst case, I can either split the screen or, which makes it real hard to do commentary. So I apologize about that. Or I can just leave one and go to the other. I just don't like disrespecting a match to leave it to go to another match. I'm really, really particular about that. So hopefully that's not what happens. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how many viewers we got. I don't know anything that's going on right now. I am super sidetracked today with all these tech things happening with the IT guys from Soaring Eagle. I haven't even looked to see how things are going on the YouTube. How many viewers do we got right now? Do we have enough? Should we be sharing these matches with people? I really need to hire someone to just share things for me. I also know it's going to be tough this weekend because they've got the Super Billiard Expo, and we all know Super Billiard Expo is super tough to compete against. Yeah, so not so good. With the Super Billiard Expo going, I'm kind of like, oh, are we going to get any people to even watch, right? So this is where it's going to be really... All right, did he snap that off? This kid, he's like quick monster. No, he's getting his jump cue. 3-2. Whoops. Yeah, the Super Billiard Expo is going on this week, right? And it's starting, and then it's going to be chaos for me. Not because I'm not actually doing the Super Billiard Expo, but any drone shots? No, no Battle Creek boys. I don't think there's anybody playing from Gregory Amusements in the teams. Yeah, I don't think that they're fans of their vendor system. So nice shot, Jacob. Nice shot. Snaps. That's money. Great jump shot. All right, so I don't know if he has to roll it forward to take short side on the 5. He does. He does. And he's actually landed almost perfectly because he fell under the 5, which is exactly when he needed to get to the 5 or to get to the 6. All right, so he came out table. Jacob plays on big tables too, so I know that he's you know, pretty versed at going up and down the table. He may have overhit this a tiny bit, but I think he should be fine. He has to be mindful. He's going to touch the 9. He's going to have to come with a good one to this bottom left-hand corner. He's going to have to swing at it. But a little bit of draw. He's going to shoot it to the bottom left corner. Hold the cue for the 9. This puts Jacob on the hill. I wonder if he feels like he's playing his dad right now, because Jeff totally looks like his dad. Totally looks like his dad. And they're both named Jeff, which is super funny to me. All right, he hasn't refreshed his score. I think he's going to do it right now. Let's see. 4-2, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Elliot, if he wins this match, he is sitting in the hot seat of the men's Masters division here in Michigan at the Soaring Eagle Resort and Casino. For the 9-ball, we still got 8-ball to start tomorrow. So every day is a new day when you're a master player here at the Michigan VNEA event, which is one thing that I love. The Open will, it starts the day before, but the Masters every single day is a new day. So like on Wednesday you play Scotch, on Thursday you play 9-ball, on Friday you play 8-ball, and you know, and then you start teams on Saturday. So like that's the best thing about being a master, in my opinion, is that every day is a new day. Whereas in the Open, if you get through the 9-ball and you're still in the 9-ball, the 8-ball starts that night. You know, it's like, oh my gosh. I'm very grateful to be a master player. Well, or when I was able to play in these events, that was my favorite part. I would have never wanted to be an Open player. All right, so I'm not sure that Jacob has a clean look at the 2. Oh, he does. It rolled out. Okay, cool. Table sitting there. It does make the pocket big. Eight ball sitting there. It does make the pocket big. So he should be able to, even if this two ball's real close to the end rail, which may make it bank wide, if he can just kill it enough that it uses the 8, but it's a very difficult bank shot from there. Now, if he tries to overhit it, he's going to be in trouble because of the 5-6 right there. So, all right, he's just going for the safety. It's a good shot. Got fortunate, didn't knock the 4 in. Jeff's like, go ahead. There's no 3 foul rule here, so Jeff's hoping he can get a better opportunity at the kick. That's a much better opportunity, and now Jacob could be in trouble because he just needs to 1-rail this. Even, he could even maybe 2-rail it. Good shot. Jacob's just going to do it again. More than likely, he's going to bank it past the 5. He's going to thin it. I don't know if this, it just doesn't put the 2 in a better position. Yeah, you may have to go that way. Yeah, if he's not making the 2 in a makeable better position, then he's not progressing the game. And so by going the other way, he definitely had no shot at progressing the game. Jeff's like, I'm just going to swing at it. It's good stuff. Swing better. Alright, so he has a combo bank or he's a combo cut. Looks like he's going for the cut. Nice touch. Gonna take short side on the 7. He's okay with that. He can play a 1 rail back out or 2 rails out of the corner. Totally his choice. And I think he came up short. Need a little more pass through on that. Looks like he's kicking at this 8 ball. Oh, nice shot. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So here's what's going on. We don't have another match assigned to this table. I don't want to get into details on that. I'm trying. I'm looking around the room right now. I don't know. Cody and Ryan are supposed to be playing, but they're not anywhere near the TV table. That's a bit of a problem. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to look it up. Are you done on this? Okay, cool. I'm going to drag this over. I can shut down the projector. You can talk. What? Yeah. Whoops. All right. I'm just going to take, oh my God, what is going on? Okay. Do you have stuff plugged into it still?
Only your stuff.
Oh, but I don't need it now. Everybody can hear. That's okay. You guys can hear me talking to my husband. It's no big deal. So Jacob ends up winning that match. Jeff says, what if I don't want to play in the stream? I said, don't be a wuss. Go put your big girl panties on and come back and play some pool. He said he didn't wear panties. I don't know if I needed to know that. So, okay, so Cody and Ryan are going to be playing on table 16, which is way down there. 11, 12, 13, 14. No, it's not. 16, 19. 16's right there. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out where these tables are at. I'd prefer them to move Cody and Ryan down here. I'm gonna ask some questions. We also have other players, Andy, Ben, and Jack being on 17. Ladies Masters has a finals match at 5.
I know you just had Cody, but we just put Ryan and Cody on 6.
Score. Ryan.
We don't know where they are, but their match is supposed to start at noon. So.
They might be together.
Yeah.
Okay. What table do you assign them to?
6.
Cool. Okay, so they're going to move Ryan and Cody to table 6. So this is a table that we're on at the moment, guys. I need to make some adjustments on my window capture, so bear with me. You guys can watch me, actually, if you'd like. I don't care if you guys see me work. It's probably not the most best for you guys to have to look at, but it works for me. I don't care if you guys see me twiddling around with my stuff. Doesn't matter to me. I know, right? So Andy and Jack are playing. They're going to bring Ryan Hogan's and Cody Meyers back to the stream table on table 6. Andy and Jack are going to be playing on table 17, and they're already started, so we couldn't move their match. So they're going to put them on the stream. I'm going to play some background music for a minute so I can go have some conversations with the tournament direction and see what we got coming up. Like I said, I've got a ton of matches scheduled. They're all finals matches. So just enjoy the stream, guys, and we'll be back in action shortly. All right, everybody, what's going on? So Dean Raisler, the president of the WPBA, is also in-house here at this event, and so between all the comm stuff and the projector stuff, Dean wants to talk about WPBA stuff, and I'm like, I'm losing it because I really wanted this match on the stream, and now there's nobody talking. So here I am. I'm going to do my best. And also, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm watching the stream on my phone and it's not hopping. But then I'm watching and it's not hopping on my end from the computer side. But then I look up at my husband's stream or my husband's thing and it's hopping all over the place. So I don't understand what's going on because mine is not hopping and neither is my cell phone. So why his is, no clue. Doesn't make much sense to me for his projector. We got the projector up, but the screen is hopping terribly. Looks like Cody's like warping in and out from one corner of the table to the other. Mine is not doing that on my cell phone or on my actual production. So I feel as though something is wrong on my husband's settings. Yeah, Jordan looks great on my stuff too. Like I don't know. And it's crazy because the projector is so cool and it's so vibrant. It's in here like jamming so everybody in the room can actually see that the match is being played. But for whatever reason, watching it on projector, it's hopping like he's warp speed. My husband doesn't seem too concerned with it, isn't even messing with it, to be fair. I'm wondering if there's too many, he's got too many connections. Like, they've got him HDMI to a splitter to this to that, and that projector may just not be, maybe isn't made for that. I'm not 1000% sure. But Cody looks like he's warping from one side of the table to the other. Great shot by Cody. All right. Everybody likes a happy ending, right? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching LFR Live. Thanks, Brian. Yeah. Good morning. All right, so that's definitely, I'm doing my best here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to help my husband with his. He's got it hopping all over the place. I have no idea what his settings are in his tablet. It's brutal. I'm doing great. I have, having no problems with on my end as far as the camera and the production, and it sounds like everybody at home is doing great too. So I think my husband's settings just must suck. All right. Cody's fighting. He's grinding for the match. This is a B-side matchup. One of these gentlemen is going home. The score is currently 3-3 in a race to 4. Hill Hill Thriller with Ryan Hogan's to break. Both of these players are Cybert's sponsored, Triple 60 sponsored players. Loses the cue ball. It always happens at the worst possible time. Worst possible time. All right, so 1-2. The 4 is really the tricky shot, right? The 4, getting on the 4 is going to be where it's most difficult. So he's going to slide over. He needs angle. He doesn't want to fall straight on this. And ultimately, it's a choice, right? Like, he can go 2 rails out of the pocket. I have no idea what my husband's got going on with this. But, the adapter, I think it's got something to do with the adapter on his projector, but it's no good. All right, so Cody falls perfectly into the 4. 4 to the 5. If he gets on the 5, he's sitting real good. You gotta watch it, it's dark in there. All right, cool. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, here we are. This 9-ball in the Hill match to advance to the Final 4. The Men's Masters 9-ball championship here in Michigan, VNEA State Championships. All right. Ryan Huggins finishing in 5th, 6th. Cody advancing, waiting for the winner of Ben and Jack Ben Bejan. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Jeff McIntosh is waiting on Cody and whoever he ends up playing. You can see that there. Andy and Jack. Ryan and Cody just completed, so Cody's going to advance forward. Jeff McIntosh, who played Jacob Elliott for the hot seat, is waiting. Jacob Elliott sitting in the hot seat right there. All right, so I think they're going to bring the ladies' masters back over to table 5. And then the men's masters will be moving. All right, so the ladies' masters at 1:15, men's masters at 2:15, ladies open at 3:30. Men's open at 4:15. Those are our final matches coming ahead. I'm going to take a quick break and try to get something to eat. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to reboot the stream and we're going to try to go from there. I don't think they assigned anyone else to my table for now. Doesn't mean that they won't, but at the moment they have not. So we're going to stop. We're going to reboot. And I'll be back in action shortly. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you get notified when I go live. And yeah, this is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you're watching LFR Live.